Hey everyone, I'm First Alert meteorologist Brian Walter. Our First Alert weather day continues this evening as we're watching out for severe thunderstorms, in particular, possibly widespread significant wind threat developing here around and after dinner time. So here's a look at the severe weather hazards. Strong damaging winds, the main concern, and at times they could possibly reach upward of 70 to maybe even 75 or 80 miles an hour. There is a tornado threat, especially along and west of the Illinois River, as well as a large hail threat at times. We're not expecting too much of a flash flooding threat. There will be some heavy rainfall, but due to the quick motion of the storms, and we're not expecting the storms to backbuild on themselves, that should keep the flooding threat at a minimum. We are certainly concerned about the winds as well as that tornado and hail possibility as well. Here's a look at Futurecast. We're going to jump ahead to 7 o'clock, and we see the line of storms moving into our western counties. That's initially Knox and Fulton counties. And notice how the line tries to weaken a little bit. Some of the models are picking up on this, but we're still expecting any of these storms to be severe with those possibly significant wind gusts at any point as they move through this evening. These storms crossing over the Illinois River Valley probably by 8 or 9 o'clock, then approaching the I-39 and I-55 corridors by maybe 9 or 10. Eventually, these storms push off to our east, and they'll be exiting the area by 11 or at the latest midnight tonight. So here's a quick recap of some of the storm timing, when you can expect some of the storms to move through in your neighborhood. Overall, it'll be about a 3 to 4 hour window for storms to move through from west to east at the whole viewing area. Initially as early as 6, probably maybe closer to 7 for the areas in red. Then we cross over the Illinois River Valley about an hour or two after they enter our viewing area. That'll be between 7 and 9 o'clock, probably closer to 8 or 9 if a lot of the models are correct, but maybe as early as 7. And then the I-39 corridor, I-55 corridor by probably 9 or 10 if most of the models are correct, as early as 8 and as late as 11. I want to make sure you're staying weather aware here, especially given the timing of some of these storms. If you're someone who heads to bed early and you're east of the Illinois River in particular, probably either want to stay up late, let the storms pass before you head to bed, or definitely make sure you have ways to get warnings, but you want to do anyway. But especially if you're someone who might be in bed, want to have ways to be awoken and alerted if there is severe weather moving through your area. That would be a NOAA Weather Radio and our 25 News First Alert Weather app. The two of those in combination are the best way to make sure that you're going to be staying safe and alert of any possible severe weather. Of course, we'll keep you up to date throughout the rest of the evening with the latest forecasts and severe weather information. Make sure you stay with 25 News on air, online, and on our 25 News First Alert Weather app for the latest.